Hi, I'm Elaine, and today I'm going to talk about why you should start saving the environment. First, let's talk about why the environment is actually being harmed and why those reasons are also bad for humans. The first reason is called overpopulation, and it's basically when the population grows really large. This is due to the fact that now we have better living resources and medicines, so humans can lead better lives, and if they get sick, they can recover quickly. Overpopulation is a problem for the earth because humans take up lots of land, food, water, and other natural resources. The second reason is global warming. It happens when a bunch of carbon dioxide kind of forms a sheet and blocks out the sun, and then the earth gets super hot. Global warming happens then because a bunch of glaciers start to melt because the temperature is high. Then they melt into the sea and the sea levels rise. The sea levels are currently rising at 3.42 millimeters per year, which might not seem like a lot, but after 1,000 years, it will definitely rise a lot. Why is this bad for the environment, besides the fact that there is a lot of carbon dioxide? Well, the seawater blends with the soil, and that's bad for the soil because then the soil is contaminated with salt. Also, if the sea levels rise too much, then some really awesome places will go underwater, and we do not want that to happen. Next is air and land pollution. Air pollution happens when humans burn things and then all the gas gets into the air. It also happens when you drive cars and the gas gets into the air. Maybe more people should start driving electric cars, although I'm not really sure if electric cars are way more expensive or something, but it might help the environment. Also, land pollution is when a bunch of trash gets dumped on the land. Why doesn't it break down? Well, most trash is plastic, and plastic is non-biodegradable, which means it doesn't break down easily. A plastic bottle thrown in the trash could take thousands and thousands of years to even break down a little bit. Some people also litter instead of throwing things in the garbage, which I think people should stop doing because then the land won't be as polluted anymore. Sometimes when I take a walk, I'm like, okay, these streets are kind of dirty because a bunch of people litter. So stop littering. Another reason why the earth is being harmed is similar. It's called water pollution. Water pollution is kind of like land pollution, except it's where a bunch of trash gets dumped into the ocean. Why is this bad for the environment? First, the ocean gets really dirty, so plants in the ocean can't really grow. And if plants can't grow, then that's kind of bad because we need plants. Also, some sea animals might eat the trash thinking that's food, but actually they starve or suffocate. And that's bad for the sea animal population, and it's also bad for basically the sea animals and stuff like that. There are currently 5.75 trillion tons of trash in the ocean, which is a lot of trash. So don't keep dumping trash in the ocean or it'll reach like 6 billion or 7 billion, and we don't want that to happen. Another reason is called deforestation. It's when you chop down a bunch of trees in the forest to make room for humans or to build houses. You might be thinking, well, Elaine, I've seen a bunch of houses, then why is this a problem? Deforestation is a problem because trees take in carbon dioxide and they also produce oxygen. Humans breathe oxygen But carbon dioxide causes global warming. And as I said before, we don't want global warming because we don't want a bunch of awesome places to go underwater. So that's why deforestation is bad. Next, you might be thinking, how do I help? How do I prevent all these terrible things from happening? Do I have to talk to the president or lead a protest or something? No, you don't. These helpful tips, if you follow them every day, can make a very big difference. Don't use single-use plastics as much. For example, instead of a plastic bottle, use a plastic water bottle like the one I'm using right here. If 50 people did that, then more than 2,600 plastic bottles every year would be saved. Imagine if the whole world did that. That would make a big difference. Remember the 3 R's: reduce, reuse, and recycle. Reduce plastic waste, as I said before. Reuse things that can be reused. And recycle pieces of scrap paper, the tops of Go-Go Squeeze bottles, and other things. Also, remember to write on both sides of a piece of paper, like the slide is going to turn right now. If you're finished with eating an apple, throw the core in the compost. Apple cores and things like that are biodegradable, so they're okay for the environment if you throw them in the compost bin because they'll break down anyway. Walk or bike if your school or office is within walking distance. Of course, if you need to drive, you can drive, but walking or biking is also good for you. It's exercise, and that's good for you, as I'm sure your parents have said to you many times. And lastly, take shorter showers and turn off the sink when you're not using it. Now you know how to help. Thank you. That is how the environment is being harmed and what you can do to help.